What is popping, y'all? It is your girl Lulu, the motherfucking Fae, coming at you again with yet another magical video. How are y'all feeling? First of all, I want to say and give gratitude to all of the people who, follow me and watch me on my journey. And y'all, really, I use YouTube as a form of releasement, as a form of, just being able to express myself on here, being able to talk to y'all and just tell y'all about my experiences, about my journey, what I'm going through, my realizations that I've had, because I feel like we all are learning from each other. We all take something from each other and we apply it to our journeys. And that is what's important, that we do continue to learn from one another and we continue to push each other and elevate each other, right? Because you have to think about it, like, if you yourself want to be elevated on a certain level, then you have to give that energy out and push that energy out to the people that you're surrounded by, so that they are constantly doing the same thing to you. I feel as though myself, I could definitely be more what I want to say, like, more aware, and more I don't even know the word to use, but I want to support people more. Basically, I want to give thanks to y'all more. I want to do more for the people around me. Like, I just want to share love. And right now, y'all, like, there's a supposed war or whatever the case may be. All of us are dealing with our own, spiritual wars right now. So this war is nothing but a representation or symbolic to the war that you're going through inside internally. Like, you have to realize, ironically, they do certain things in this society. Unfortunately, we live in a society that is not for us. It's not for the people. It's not for what they presented or what they promoted to be for. These people not riding for you. They're not rocking for you. What they really want is they need you to need them. So to do that, they have to instill fear in you. They have to do things in the media to stimulate your emotions. They have to do all these different things so that you are yourself, your being is weakened. And when your being is weakened and your emotions are weakened, then you feel like you need somebody. You feel like you need answers. You feel like you need help. You feel like you need support. So they'll create this illusion that they got your back. They create the illusions that they got so that you need them, so they can even more create the illusion that they got your back. If that makes sense. Like, they really do shit just so they can say, hey, but we got you. Like, that's not us, but we got you, right? So that we keep needing to rely on society in itself, just because we know shit not right. We know shit not right around us. We know the shit that happens around us isn't right, but yet we still choose to accept a lot of the things that happen to us. Now, what I mean by that is, I mean not even accept, like, we need to do something on a physical level, but more so that we need to do something internally for ourselves, because that is the biggest war for you. These people aren't doing things so they can affect you on a physical level. They're doing things so that they can affect you on a spiritual level, which externally affects you on a physical level, right? So anything that you do on a spiritual level, or how you are affected internally, is going to affect you on a spiritual level. So I've been reading this book, Mind Control 101. If you listen to Panic, if you listen to Bobby Hemming, whoever, they talk about this book. I've been rocking with Panic for a while, and I had been got this book, but I didn't really read it. Y'all, when it comes to reading, like, I need to do so much better with focusing, like, and that is something I'm very much so, that is another spiritual war that I'm dealing with internally myself, is just focus. Like, the fact that we have electronics and the fact that we have all this different technology in our worlds, it actually does affect us, especially on a mental level, to where our brains are affected each and every day, where we are the human mind can only take but so much information. So when you're scrolling through your phone, you're scrolling on Instagram, any type of platform, your mind is taking in all this information at one time. And it triggers things inside your mind to where now you need things more urgently. You need things more conveniently. It affects us in a way where we feel like we need things to be at our convenience to us. I really don't like that. I really don't fuck with that. I noticed the difference in my mind and my mentality and how it operates. So lately I just been kind of trying to stay off social media, give myself a break, because I just don't like mindlessly scrolling. I just don't like just doing something and not really having intentions behind it or purpose behind it, because I feel like I catch myself doing that a lot. Like I just be in la la land and I want to break those habits. It's okay to be in your imagination, especially if you have intent behind your imagination to gear it towards some type of magic, some type of ritual, some type of something that is going to benefit you in a way, especially on a spiritual and physical level. So y'all, like, do what you gotta do right now to make sure that you are feeding yourself with love. Like it's crazy, because like if you really are like aware, and if you really pay attention to yourself and how you interact with people, you really can pay attention to how somebody energizes you, yo. Like that's what I've been on lately. That's what I've been focusing on, because a lot of the time, sometimes I realize that it's hard, like I said, it's hard for me to focus on books. So sometimes when I'm reading, like I'll get these realizations and I'll just start thinking about other stuff, And I realize that I more so learn through, and we all do, I'm more so me, I pay attention more so to through my experiences. Like I pay more so attention to how I interact with people, how I what things I think about when people are talking to me, or what things, like, am I judging something, or am I looking at it and observing it in a way to where I can apply it or learn from it and apply it to whatever I need to learn, apply it to in my life. That's what I'm trying to do. Like that's how myself, like how I want to elevate myself, is through learning through my experiences and what I know I need to do for my motherfucking spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been paying attention to myself lately when I hang around people, and how they feed me, what they're feeding me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, yo. Like, I could hang out with people and be cool. We could be on a certain level. That's gravy. That's fine. But, like, I can't mindlessly do shit. Like, that's cool sometimes. But to do it all the time, like, nah, that's not me. That's not what stimulates me. It's not what drives me. I need to be with people or around people who's going to stimulate that part of me to help me elevate myself. Because if we're not elevating each other, then we're useless to each other. That is the point for me, honestly. Like when you get in these relationships and shit, if your partner or your significant other is not motivating you, is not supporting you, is not loving you, is not teaching you, is not giving you and feeding you the things that you need to be fed, if they feeding you fucking donuts and McDonald's all day, then I'm sorry, my guy, that is going to internally affect you. It's going to, you're feeding your spirit bad food. And if you know me, and you see me recently, I actually made 2 poems about like just how, and I talked about in my recent videos, like how we digest each other, how we feed each other, because those things are important. The energy that you're taking in and how you're energizing yourself. How are you transmuting the energy that somebody gives you? Because all of this shit is an exchange. You're constantly exchanging each and every day. Right now, I'm exchanging with y'all my energy. And you're going to be exchanging your energy back with me just by watching this video. It's an exchange. And it's a gift. We're always gifting each other with something. You know what I'm saying? We're always gifting each other with something, and it's always our intent behind the gifts that we give each other. Now, everybody doesn't have that same type of drive to support you. Everybody doesn't want the best for you. Everybody doesn't want to see you win. Everybody doesn't want to see you do good, because they themselves internally don't even have an understanding of who they are. So they don't even know what they want for themselves. They don't even want to see themselves win. They have all this self-doubt inside themselves. So that externally is going to show you jealousy. It's going to show you hate. It's going to show you anger and sadness. It's going to show you all these different emotions that are on lower frequencies, that will, that won't even benefit you yourself. Like, worry about your own shit, yo. Worry about what you got going on. Do not worry, get focused, and worry about what other people got going on, what people are thinking about you. That's what fucks a lot of people up on this journey, is they so constantly worried about what other people are thinking about them. Stop giving a fuck. Stop giving a fuck. And I have to remind myself that shit every day. Stop giving a fuck about what people are going to say. It doesn't matter what they're going to say, because there are going to be people who rock with you, and there are going to be people who don't rock with you. That's just the balance of life. And it's not even about who rock with you, who don't rock with you. It's about, are you rocking with yourself? Because that is internally is going to, hold on, y'all, got a call. Hello, Mr. Postman. We're on my motherfucking video. But no, y'all, like, seriously, like, that's what I've been noticing about my journey. Is just like, yo, like, you could literally know a person for a long ass time, and I know y'all experienced this. You could know somebody for a long ass time and be like, yo, that's my nigga, I rock with them heavy, da da da, we've been rocking together for whatever, and then you meet somebody literally within a week, and they did more for you than what that one person has did in the 15 years you didn't. I know y'all have experienced that, where y'all meet somebody and they literally, you can meet a stranger and they do more for you. Not even just talking about on a material level, but they feed you. They feed you heavily on a spiritual level. They teach you, they add to your essence. They give you the energy that you need to be able to it's a lot of noises going on, but to be able to understand yourself on a deeper level, because that's what teaching one another does. It helps you understand who you are. Just because, like, I'm pretty sure I said this in a recent video, where if somebody comes into your path, if somebody comes into your life, they're coming in your life to obviously teach you something, whether it be something that they need to know about themselves or you need to know about yourself. Like, y'all are going to be learning. And if you're not learning from each other, if you're not feeding each other on a level to where y'all, and you don't even have to be like because we all have our different, like, what our different beliefs. Like, we all have, whether we're religious and we were grown and we were raised in a Christian home and we stayed on that path, or we were raised in a Christian home and we decided to go a different path, or because, those, like I said earlier, religious things, the way you were raised influence how you think now, especially as an adult. If you were raised on a religious path and you are currently Christian, you go to God for all your answers. You feel like God is going to fix it. You feel like something on the outside of you is going to fix all of your problems, instead of you doing what you need to do for that. See, that's another difference, right? Is a lot of us have the ability to take something that we're going through internally and blame it on things that's happening on the outside of us, just because we feel like we'll feel better if we put our our situation, our guilt, our pain, or whatever onto something else, and we give it to something else, and we label that as something that somebody else has did to us, and we victimize ourselves a lot. So many of us victimize, we become these victims, and we feel like stuff isn't fair, and we feel like we should be treated better, and we feel like this and the third. Treat your fucking self better. Love yourself, figure out who you are, and then those things that in your life that seem like they're fucking with you, or they're messing up your path and what you have going on, those things somehow figure themselves out, and they don't exist no more. Or either you're able to look at those things in a whole different perspective, and then guess what? When you change your mind, you change your reality. It's how it works. It's the simple mathematics to this shit we call reality. When you change your mind and how you look at it, you change your reality. Can I give you an example? Let me think of an example. But I'm gonna use myself an example, because like everything about how I look, for example, this, like somebody, I'm not gonna say any names, but somebody in my past, I used to always say that they did this to me, they did that to me, they hurt me, it hindered me from, doing this, it hindered me from doing that, it really fucked me up financially, and it was somebody who was taking care of me at a time. And if you know me, you probably know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck. But it was somebody who was taking care of me at a time. But I literally, like, as I went through my spiritual path, I had all these different realizations about why all these different things were happening to me, and why it happened for me to understand me now, and understand my power, my strength, my whatever I'm going through, my weaknesses. Like, it helps you understand that, so you can adjust your way of thinking, and you can adjust those things you find to be your weaknesses. You can empower the things that you find to be your strengths. Like, I blamed this person for doing me dirty, but then I had to look at it in a different perspective, and I was like, no. This person empowered the fuck out of me. They taught me discipline. They taught me strength. They taught me how to really say no and be more assertive in in my demeanor. Like, they taught me those things. Like, I had strong women raise me, no matter how fucked up they were, because we have to realize a lot of our parents, a lot of the people who have influenced us are fucked up. They're fucked up, and it's not even their fault though. That's what generational curses are. They're things that have been carried down from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation to generation. And the curse is just a way of thinking, because that's what a curse is. It's just a way of thought. It's how your thoughts precede your actions. It's how your thoughts precede your reality. Your way of thinking affects everything. It affects everything. Once you change that and you're able to look at things from all perspectives in all levels, that's one thing about me understanding things on all levels that kind of really be fucking me up, because I'll be like, oh, I'll try to agree to something, and then I'm like, but I could look at it this way too. I could look at it that way too. I could look at it this way too. Like, I can't say that because I'm not even gonna get into that, but it's crazy to me. It's crazy because, but it's like relieving though. It's relieving when you can forgive, like when you can release and you can detach yourself from certain thought patterns. Like, that shit really builds you up, and it makes you more mentally strong. It makes you be able to know what you want to accept for yourself and the things you don't want to accept for yourself. Especially me as a woman, when different people come into my life and they're like, you're going to be this and you're going to do that, and this is what I want from you, and they're trying to manipulate you in certain ways. I know a lot of different manipulation techniques now these days. One, because I've experienced them, and two, because I could read about them, and three, just off of the things that I've tried myself. So having an understanding of that, yo, you know how people will try to really take your mind and shape it the way that they want to shape it, because they want something from you. They want to benefit from you in some type of way, right? Because that's what we internally want from each other. We want to benefit from each other in some type of way. And some people use that with good intentions, and some people use that with like more negative intentions, where they don't want to benefit you on a level to where they see you growing. They want to benefit you on a level to where they see themselves growing, or bringing you down with them. So man, I really appreciate y'all. Like, being able to express myself means a lot to me. Like, even if like you don't sit through this whole video and you fast forward, because I know when I look at some some videos on YouTube, I be fast forwarding like a motherfucker. I be like, I'm like, do that. But I love y'all. Like, don't be afraid to love. Like, don't be afraid to say you love someone. Don't be afraid to, because love is not like, usually like you, like, especially if you're talking to somebody on a romantic level, you'll be like, I'm not gonna say love. Like, I noticed that last night. Like, love is like, it's you our understanding of love is like so different, like, from what I've gained to have a true understanding of love is. Like, it's so different now. So and I'll make like some more videos on my representation of love, and being involved in relationships, and why certain relationships fail for people. And these of course are just my perspectives on shit. Like, nothing is a fact until it can technically, when you define a fact, nothing is a fact until it can technically be proven. But which is true, but at the same time too, hold on. Oh, sorry, but closing off this video. I just, like I said, I do appreciate y'all. And yeah, yo, like, work on yourself, yo. Work on yourself. Like, love yourself before you try to say you love someone else. Because if you do not love yourself, my friend, it is not going to work. It is not going to be good for you. It's going to be the same cycle every time. And then you're going to keep saying to yourself, well, why can't I find love? Because you haven't found it inside yourself. That's why. All right. Love you guys. Faerie out.